Mystery number 8 has a grip on our darkest terrors. It's hard to look even a few feet into Loch Ness in Scotland, and yet a strange creature has been spotted 10,000 times in these murky depths. Although one famous photo of the Loch Ness monster has been revealed as a hoax, millions of dollars have been spent searching for the beast in the loch. The best evidence so far is little more than a few ambiguous sonar hits.
In the case of Loch Ness, it has been searched for 40 years. No one has found anything. You have one small loch in Scotland that should contain the monster. There's nothing there. I'm sorry, there's nothing there.
The same has been said for the most famous monster on land. Until the first gorilla was brought out of the jungle, accounts by African explorers of giant hairy beasts were discounted as fantasy. So is it possible that there is another undiscovered ape roaming the world, this one reaching heights of up to 12 feet?
In the United States, the Indians have a long tradition of knowledge of the existence of this creature. It's not something that just has started in the 50s and 60s when the name Bigfoot was popularized.
Reports of upright apes are not limited to the U.S. China, Russia, and South America all have their hairy wild men.
I mean, you're crossing a wide range of cultures, socioeconomic backgrounds, and even time. And people are still reporting the same kind of thing. That's the kind of anecdotal evidence that means something.
Is there any real evidence that this animal actually exists? DNA tests on hair samples found at Bigfoot sightings reveal that the hair comes from a primate. Yet the tested samples are too small for further identification.
The primary evidence is the footprints. That's where the name Bigfoot comes from. The footprints are there. They're real. They are measurable. Some of the footprints that have been found have dermal ridges in them, the equivalent of your fingerprints. Things that your average hoaxer wouldn't take the time to do.
But do individual hoaxes explain the footprints that have been found worldwide?
The consistency of the tracks over decades and spread geographically across the United States, to have such a concerted effort of hoaxers is really more difficult to conceive than the idea that there is a Bigfoot creature roaming around.
The only way Bigfoot could exist for this long is if there was a decent-sized breeding population. And since these things have been spotted all over the world, there would have to be countless good-sized breeding populations. Statistically speaking, by now we would have found some bodies, and we haven't. So in my opinion, they don't exist.
But some say it's also hard to find a bear carcass, and nobody doubts that bears exist.
When animals die, the other animals spread the carcass around, and so it just doesn't last very long.
But without bones, blood, or a body, Bigfoot remains relegated to the forests of mythology.
The only way to definitively prove that there's a Bigfoot out there is to bring in a body. We keep saying it's just a matter of time.
Until that time, humans can only wonder about the existence of another primate who walks upright.